Well, I think I give Xavier credit. I thought they played really well, played really hard, made a lot of shots, and I thought they were obviously really, really ready to play. So I give Xavier credit for their performance today. We obviously have to get a lot better. That's bottom line. We got to get a lot better. We're not near where we need to be right now, so we got a lot of work ahead of us.
Coach, what was your thought process on messing with the starting lineup and changing that up?
I thought we had some guys that played aggressive and physical on Thursday, and we were just rewarding those guys that had played aggressive and physical and the way we wanted them to play.
Is that something that will continue in the near future? Or?
I don't know. We'll evaluate the game tape and look and see how each guy performed. We're really taking it on a game by game, almost practice by practice look here, and it's hard to say off of just getting done with the game but we'll study the film and see. I don't know.
Chris, it was obvious that you said that the intensity and the physical play was obviously going to increase once Big E started, but how much did Xavier's length bother the overall team as far as offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, and your guys' ability to attack the basket?
Yeah, it certainly bothered us. There's no question. I thought their defense was really solid today. I think it definitely bothered us. Their size is good, and it's not just inside. They have good length along the wings. They have some good individual defenders, some guys that have really bought into that role. And, they came out really making shots here early. But I think they've got good size, and not only that, they've got really good athleticism across the board.
Nice to see Kellen at least kind of have some shots drop, kind of get into a little bit of a rhythm there after struggling.
Yeah, no, he knocked in a few shots, and the deal with Kellen, a lot has been made of that, and certainly we need him to make shots for us to beat good people, but we've beaten good people without him making shots, and Kellen's got to play the rest of the game the way we expect him to play. He's got to defend at a high level. He's got to rebound for us. That's what this team needs him to do, not just make shots. He's not just a shot maker. He's going to have to contribute in other ways, and we'll look back and evaluate and see if he did that.
Is he driving the ball enough to satisfy you and get to the free throw line?
Yeah, I think his decision making has to get better when he drives it, Tom. But I think he's, when you get in league play, it's a little bit more physical, and you don't get quite as many calls. I thought he made a couple poor decisions when he drove the ball today, but Kellen's a terrific kid. He's an unbelievable worker. He cares at the highest level, and I don't worry too much about his shot making.
Chris, I know some of the guys said shortly after the game that you didn't really necessarily raise your voice or say anything overall. It was more of a calm locker room. Given this is a veteran group, do you look at 0-2 maybe differently if it were more of a younger team, or if these particular guys who've been successful weren't necessarily with you?
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't think you can make snap judgments, and we got to play better. Bottom line, we've got to play better, and we've got to get individually. We got to play better. They know what was most disappointing to me in the locker room, and part of that, a big part of it, was our body language. I didn't think our body language was what it needed to be. I didn't think we were as connected nearly as we needed to be when stuff didn't go our way. That was what was most disappointing to me, and that certainly needs to be addressed. But listen, this is reality for us right now, and the reality is we have to get a lot better. We're not close to where we need to be right now.
Coach, with the possibility of Edmund being out today for Xavier, did that affect your preparations anyway?
No, not really. I mean, he's they're talented across the board, and he's a terrific player, and our thoughts are with him. Sounds like he's going to be okay. Optimistic that he is, but he obviously gives them an added dimension both offensively and defensively. But they play a lot of guys, and they've got a lot of depth. So, I think we were anticipating that he might miss this one.
Well,
What
Coach, you
sort of
mentioned
problem
there's.
does Xavier's depth and versatility pose to any opponent?
They have very few weaknesses right now, and I've been asked that. I don't love talking about other teams, but I've been asked that. What are their weaknesses? And I don't think they have a ton right now. So they've got a lot of weapons and a lot of different guys that can hurt you, and a lot of different ways to hurt you. But our concern right now is with Butler. We have to get to playing better, and it's not good enough right now. It's not good enough to win in our league right now. It's the bottom line.
Coach, you mentioned their size, and obviously you've lost Cam from last year when you had success in the Big East, and you can't change your roster. It's not the NBA.
Mhm.
So what are some things you can do to succeed in the Big East this year with this roster from a size standpoint?
Well, I think it's what we're going to have to continue to evaluate here in the next, the next few days. Some of it, Tom, is defensively. We have to commit to playing harder on that end. That's part of it. And schematically, we have to probably look at doing some things. But the bottom line is we have to. You can't get driven like we're getting driven, and you cannot. We're not guarding the ball, we're not defending the three, and we're not defending the post. So, and we're not rebounding. So those things are going to get you beat. We're not doing any of those things well defensively. And I thought we shared the ball a little bit better offensively, but we didn't share it nearly good enough.
Chris, is a game like this a wake-up call for your team, or does it need to be?
I don't really know that wake-up call. I think when you get into league play, if you're not ready for how demanding it's going to be, then your group's probably immature. I don't think our group is immature, but I think a dose. I think a dose of reality comes with every poor performance. And take nothing away from Providence and Xavier. They both beat us. But I think that we've had a dose of reality here, and hopefully we'll learn from it and move on. That's the challenge. So,
Coach, you mentioned how you want the guys to be more connected. Is that in terms of just better communicating, better sort of recognizing what the defense is doing or what sort of the opposing offense is doing? What do you mean when you say you want your guys to be better connected on the floor?
I think it's all of it. I just think it's easy to be connected when things are going well, and we don't have our team doesn't communicate at the level it needs to right now. And I thought I mentioned Roosevelt Jones there late in the last time out. He's out of the game, and he's communicating with everybody else that's in the game. As a great example of leadership. We need a whole lot more of that. I thought we just had too much just negative body language, and that's on me. I've got to get that corrected.
Coach, you've said all year, offensively, you're not going to score 90 points a game or whatever you were scoring in non-conference. Is part of that slowing down the offense to maybe help the defense?
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see if that our we want to play with pace. We'll take a look at a lot of things. I'm not sure that's the answer, but we'll take a look at a lot of things right now. But with the way we've defended these two games, to be honest with you, I don't know who we're beating in the Big East defending like we are right now. So take nothing away from these two terrific teams, but I don't know who we're beating.